Hello and welcome back to Discovery to Daytona, the series where this European circuit racer heads to America to try and conquer the NASCAR scene, starting in ARCA, making our way all the way up to the Cup Series, and is round 12 of the first season in the ARCA Menard Series, the Liuna 150 from Indianapolis. Yes, the Yard of Bricks, or the brick yard, I guess, if you want to call it that instead, is normally more well known for IndyCar racing, but the NASCAR guys come here as well, and hopefully we can have another good race at another iconic American oval like we did back at Daytona last time out. Though at Dover in the General Tyre 150 we took a 5th place with a little bit of robust driving, which has rubbed drivers up the wrong way once again, kind of getting a name for ourselves as a bit of a tough driver to live with. One of the cautions was my fault. There were a couple of other bits of contact, nothing major, apart from the going into the back of somebody as they slammed on the anchors to avoid somebody else spinning. But it did mean a little bit of repair, but the car's still looking pretty good as we head to Indianapolis. And as we head to Indianapolis, we have made some changes. We've got a new sponsor on board, NASCAR Speed Pack, and we're going to aim for some decent results to try and increase our income. However, we moved ahead of Isabella Robusto in the point standings. We are now second, 10 points clear of Robusto, but still 94 points behind William Sawalich, who's got 7 wins this season. I think I'm correct in saying that only 4 drivers have won this season, and we're all in the top 4. Brendan Queen sits in 4th, but moving into second, hopefully we can now try and push Sawalich a little bit more, but we really need to score points on him, because every time he races so far, it's been a victory. It was another win for him at Dover, and as you can see, it was a win for him at Lime Rock. It was a win for him at Michigan. He didn't win back at Charlotte. That's the last time I think he didn't win, and then before that it was back at Kansas where we took the victory. He didn't win at Talladega. He did, however, I think, win at the Rock, and he won at Bristol, and I'm pretty sure he won at Phoenix as well. He did indeed. He didn't win at Daytona, but the times he hasn't won, he's normally scored pretty well. But here at Indianapolis, short intermediate oval, 12-degree banking, kind of hoping, as I say, that we can have another run of it, like we did at Daytona, another iconic American oval, and hopefully another iconic victory for us. Indy somewhere I know well, but normally in the Indy scene rather than the NASCAR scene, and I've certainly never driven an ARCA car around here. So I'm going to go practice. I shall see you for qualifying for the Liuna 150. In pit road, ready for qualifying for the Liuna 150, and you may notice that it's actually not Indianapolis Motor Speedway, it's Indianapolis Raceway Park. Still in Indianapolis, but not Indianapolis. So my intro is basically redundant, but at least I'm going to mention it now and cover my own mistake. Own it, I probably should have paid more attention. I did think I saw short intermediate oval. It was going to be a bit weird for it to actually be Indy. Brain didn't really register. Again, European circuit racer, not really an oval kind of guy. But a fun little oval, this one. It was traffic paradise in practice. Still managed to nail the sponsor goal straight off the bat, but it is going to be tricky, I think, in the race to maintain a clean run. It's also a really flat oval, which makes it quite difficult to get a good rhythm through the corners. But we better get out there and qualify and see if we can make something of this race.
Buddy, you know what this car can do. Go prove it now.
So let's head out onto track. We get 2 laps here, so the build-up is still going to be quite short as we basically drift it out of the pits, because that's how we do. You can see what I mean about it being quite a flat oval, quite narrow, quite difficult to get a rhythm. That middle lane, I feel, is going to be vital But let's see what we
Lock
can
in
do
now, this one counts.
in our first lap. At least we've got a second lap to build back into it if we make a mistake here. Really cautious through the first couple. The rear is just stepping out all over the place. Got a decent first lap. Head into the wall, a bit of an understeer, but we rein it back in. Wrestling the car a little bit, you can see soaring at the wheel. Try and just get it straightened out on the power. Again, understeer, massive, but we head to the line.
Okay, we're
19th
done.
Place.
Solid run out there. You did your best. We'll get you ready to charge to the front.
Not a great qualifying session, and guess who's at the top? Of course, William Sawalich. Your pole man once again. Brendan Queen in second, Tyler Reef, Lawless Allen, Patrick Staropoli, LeVar Scott, Kyle Keller, Isabella Robusto's up there as well, Andy Yankovic and Trevor Huddleston. We're down in 19th. Around Alex Club, Zachary Tinkle, Greg Van Als, Jason Kitzmiller, people we've had a little bit of beef with so far this season, so we've got to be nice and clean here. This is going to be a tough race, I feel. Don't necessarily know. I don't really do setups, so it's just the sort of neutral setup, and the rear is sliding about all over the place. Maybe need to get on the power a little bit more cautiously to try and stop the car snapping on us. But always opportunities to make moves in the race. If we can finish in the top 15, we get a nice little sponsor bonus as well. So let's get out there and see what we can do. On pit road, ready for the Liuna 150 at Indianapolis Raceway Park. 19th on the grid. Not our best qualifying session of the year, but certainly not our worst. Definitely in amongst where we have been for a lot of our qualifying sessions this season. Seem to just do better in the races. Seem to just move forward. Hopefully we can continue that trend. We've not finished outside the top 15 since Rockingham, which was round 4. So there's a bit of a run on the go here, and top 15 is now our sponsor goal, where I'm just trying to stretch the incoming funds and we can start maybe keeping the car at sort of maximum effort, or maximum attack, should I say, in terms of the spec of engines and chassis and suspensions that we can get hold of. I really do feel like this is going to be tough. It's quite a flat oval. There's no banking to try and rotate the car. And as you might have seen in qualifying, every time we hit the throttle, the rear just wanted to step out. So I feel like there's going to be a fair amount of contact here, and we're going to have maybe a little bit more beef at the end of this. But, as always, it's time to get the green flag flying for the Liuna 150.
10 away.
On the inside.
Go, go, go.
Down here in 19th, so that's good for us. But as you can see, immediately trying to get on the power, and we just end up just sliding.
Outside now.
Point the car to the inside. Try and make moves that way. I'd assume that William Sawalich is going to be your man at the front, pulling away as we get it all wrong and run the grass a little bit. We've just taken a bunch of spots that way.
Car high.
There's a car in amongst us at the top there, but we avoid it. Running the apron a little bit here, which
outside now.
I know is a little bit of a no-no.
Clear outside. Car outside.
That inside line seems to be working for us at the moment, as we
car outside.
Have to just correct a little bit.
One high.
Really having to get on the brakes into the corners just to try and settle the car a little bit. Just double checking that we didn't have somebody's nose on the outside. It is, of course, William Sawalich at the front. As the rear goes,
clear high if you want it.
We nearly bury it in the side of Tanner Reef's car.
Car outside. Clear high.
And really having to just concentrate on not
outside door. Clear outside.
drifting the rear end round. Able to stay with these guys though, which is good. Not really making
door.
moves forward. Now we are.
Clear high. One up high.
To the shoulder.
Clear outside.
And we're through on Robbie Kennelly.
Car high. Clear outside.
Trying to find a way past Jake Finch as we bounce off the wall a little bit.
That was your best lap ever, bud. Car high. Clear high.
Everybody kind of taking a middle to outside line through the corners. As we once again just double check that there's nobody there. The inside line is tight, but as soon as we get on the power, the back tries to leave us. Let's try and get a rhythm going in this middle lane. Still a long way to go in this one, but the field already breaking apart. We'll ride a little bit. Seem to be losing the guys in front out. Off the wall.
One bottom. Clear low if you want it.
Cut across Robbie Kennelly a little bit. This is a really tough little short intermediate oval. Get a good rhythm going on.
Driver, that was your best lap ever.
We're still going quicker and quicker, lap after lap. We must be getting the hang of it somewhere, but we're just not closing on the guys in front enough to be able to make an impression. Sawalich leading and on his way to the back of the field already. There's a possibility that we'll go cautionless here as well, potentially. Feeling it'd have to be manufacturers, and that's not something I'm going to be doing.
Fastest lap yet, driver.
Another fastest lap for us. The understeer is real. Bangs it off the wall again. Catch up to Huddleston and Finch. Bit of a no man's land at the moment. Into the wall again. And that really didn't settle us well for that particular bend. Ended up throwing us across the grass. Sort of worked out because we closed a little bit up to the back of Jake Finch, but not enough again to really do anything about it. We could do with some kind of caution, a competition or otherwise. Won't be getting that now. Single stages in these early days, just because of how short the races are. Wrestling the car again. Sawalich already back to the back of the pack and well ahead of anybody else. He's surely got this championship wrapped up. I think we're really just battling for second unless he falls off as we get into the wall a little bit again. Now, are these guys also starting to catch back markers? I think they might be. Yeah, Sean Corey, 38th there.
Car high.
Man in last.
Clear high.
Oh, and we cut him off. Nearly had an instant with him, and again, just bouncing off the wall. Really just want to stay out of the walls here. It's not really working. Running wide as Finch gets blocked. I think that's Ed Pomper on the outside. It is indeed.
Car high.
Let's go and get enough on the
Clear
brakes
top.
to avoid him. We are now right up with Jake Finch again.
Outside now.
It's be a pretty ballsy move here.
One outside.
Again, we're sort of drifting all over the shop.
Clear outside. 20 to go.
Long way to go in this one. Really developed any kind of sensible rhythm. It has just been a
Car outside.
lesson in chaos, this one.
Clear high if you want it. Halfway home, driver.
At this point, it's really just trying to see if we can pick off anything as we almost get into the back of Jake Finch, who's caught up behind
One
the
high.
tail end of the field.
3 wide. One up high. Clear high.
Lip and shoulder on
Outside now.
Finch.
Clear outside.
Get through on him, mate.
Car high.
Huddleston being caught out by back markers.
Clear.
Not through. They're in the throttle just to try and avoid the almost tail
One
spin, I
outside.
guess. Colraz is the man in 10th.
Clear high if you want it.
There he is. He's definitely getting caught out here. Again, using the wall. Not really something we want to be doing too much of, because don't want to be coming out of this with too much damage. See Jake Finch in my rear view. He's right there. He's trying to run up the inside.
Car low.
He's made it as well. That's a good move. And now I'm the one stuck behind traffic.
One bottom.
Blaster will do me a
Car inside.
massive favour there.
Car outside. Clear low if you want it. Clear, clear.
Bounce
Clear
off David
outside.
Smith a little bit. Avoid the understeer. That's done me favours, that has. Give me maybe a moment to breathe from Jake Finch behind. It'd be nice maybe to get into the top 10. I don't know if it's going to be feasible. Cole Rouse there. Managing to cut his way through the traffic a little easier than we've been able to.
Outside door.
He's just trying to get
You're
the
all
car
clear.
straightened before we
One
get on the
high.
power, but it's very difficult when you just want to get on the
Clear
land
outside.
pedal to try and play catch up. Realistically working for us. I can just about see Raz, but I cannot catch up to him. Again, we struggle to get clean traction
Outside.
out the corner. Oh, and the
Clear
race
high.
started to go. Saved it though. Saved it well. Not long left in this one. Continue to feather the throttle because it seems to be the only way to settle the car.
10 to go now.
again, William Sawalich is running away with it. We're unable to make moves. We're unable to make ground. The car is as good as condition, or as good as we can make it in terms of the level of parts at the moment. Which does mean
outside door
that we really are just kind of being let down by our own driving, I guess. As we've got
stay low.
Somebody on our outside, didn't catch the name,
Clear
but
up top.
we're going through. So just a case of bringing this one home. Bring it home in 11th. That'll be a decent result still. Considering how tough this car has been to tame here. As we're lapping Sean Core again. We will be in a moment. That could be the kind of place that Colruy's comes unstuck.
Clear high.
Or not. He just seems to have found a way through. Has he? Or has he? Maybe. That's going to be a problem for him. As we bounce off the wall.
Car outside. One up high. 3 wide.
One 3 outside. Wide here. This is the last place I want to be 3
one
wide.
On the bottom. Clear low. 5 to go now.
5 to go. Andy Yankovic
clear up top.
Has dropped to P10, but he's on the inside of Colruy's, who's being caught out again. Big tank slapper that we have to try and control, which does mess us up, but we're now right with Colruy's. And again tank slapper.
Outside door. Clear high. Clear up top.
Gentle power delivery that time around. All in an attempt to try and catch the man in 10th, but we are really running out of time. And to get caught out by more back markers. Send it here,
one
though.
Outside. 3 wide. Clear, clear.
3 wide.
Car inside.
We were briefly through.
Clear all around. 2 to go.
And
car
loser.
Outside. Clear outside.
I think P11 might be as good as it's going to get, unless he gets caught out again. Michael Maples, he does not.
White flag
There's
right
the
here.
white flag.
1 high.
It would have to be a send, and it'd have to be a big one. Which we
Clear.
nearly make through 1, and then we're off towards the
Car
grass.
high.
There is
Clear
a bit
high
of
if you want
contact. Can we get up the inside through the
outside.
final corner? We can. We're against the wall, but that's fine. P10 in the end.
Top 10, nothing wrong with that.
Another top 15 finish this season. But guess who? William Sawalich takes the victory. Brendan Queen's in second, then it's Tyler Reef, Lawless Allen, LeVar Scott, Patrick Staropoli, Kyle Keller, Isabella Robusto, Andy Yankovic. We just about nick P10 from Colruy's right at the death. And that was quite the tricky race at Indianapolis Raceway Park. Really weird oval. Just kind of flat. No elevation change, or no major elevation change to use to try and gain speed and try and push yourself through on the field. We stalled out pretty quickly and just had to settle for using the back markers to our advantage, which we eventually managed to. We will come out of this with a little bit of damage. Don't think we'll come out with too many negative comments, hopefully, although a little nudge on Colraz right at the death as we bounced off the wall, crossed the grass, and then we're right into the door on the final couple of corners. But a P10, points still ticking over, and I don't think Robusto will have caught enough to take P2 off of us. Brendan Queen might be now playing himself into this battle, but Sawalich he's getting close to that title. We are 12 rounds down of only 19 this season. There are not many left. Next up for us, though, is the Atlas 150 at Iowa, and then it's another road course at Watkins Glen, where I'd really like to be able to show them how it's done. But if Lime Rock's anything to go by, we might struggle. Hopefully, though, you'll join me for the next one in Iowa. Like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the good stuff. You know the drill by now. I shall see you for the Atlas 150. Take care of yourself. Bye for now.